finessing.
What it is, guys, so we're back, 2026. This is episode 4, part 2 of me. I'm glad you guys are still here, still tuned in, watching. 2025, the feedback I got from the podcast off the first couple episodes was pretty good. I promise you guys more content that's coming on the way, good, wholesome content, stuff that you'll be able to benefit off of and learn throughout the process. 2026 is going to be a big year. I can feel it. But as far as 2025 goes, my personal life was kind of rocky. But maybe we'll get into a little bit of that today and on the future episodes that I'm going to do of myself. So today I got my wife here answering the questions, and we're going to dive into more of me.
So picking back off of 2025, since we are in a new year now, what did you learn in 2025 that you wouldn't do again in 2026?
That I wouldn't do in 2025, that I did in 2025 that I wouldn't do in 2026. I would say probably learn to be more patient when it comes to certain things, because certain things I feel like I jumped the gun on, and I normally do research when it comes to a lot of things, but some of the stuff I definitely jumped the gun on. I should have waited probably and got a clearer message from God or a more reliable plan laid out for the things that I had to do. But also too, I also learned that the things we got planned, it ain't God's plan, so. Yeah.
So it's safe to say we'll be prioritizing in 2026.
Oh yeah, 2026. A lot of in-depth prioritizing, as far as budgeting, scheduling, getting like my own personal lifestyle more like structured. I would say that. Not that my life is chaos, but I feel like 2026, a better structured life will help the rest of this year just flow.
Okay, so coming into the new year, everyone always set their goals for themselves. Right. How good are you at sticking to your goals? Because, a lot of people, they make the goals, but they don't live up to them. So.
Okay, I'm glad you said goals and not resolutions, because to me, those are two different things. Because a lot of people don't stick to resolutions, but if you stick to a goal that you actually take the time out and map out, I feel like you'll achieve your goals than those resolutions. But far as me, the younger me, goal achievement, it really wasn't there. Maybe because I didn't have I think then me trying to achieve goals was hard because I used to get deterred very, very easily from anything that I tried to do in life. It didn't take much to deter me, or my attention was to really focus on something. But once I started learning how to, I'm one of those people, I get a piece of paper, and I brainstorm, I write it out step by step how to do something. Now at my age now, I'm pretty successful at achieving the goals, but it do be a lot of things that pop up. We all human, that we think it's gonna go this certain way, but I have a lot of hiccups sometimes achieving them, but I do achieve them eventually.
So what do you feel like shaped you into the man that you are today?
Life. Life in general. That's why I also named this podcast Life is Life TV, because we all got to go through this thing we call life. But as far as certain things that made me into the person I am today, you got to have experience. I'm going to say different experiences. And when I say that, I mean as far as people. Meeting certain people and learning that a lot of humans ain't really shit. That's one thing that kind of made me the man I am today. my finances getting out of whack like 2 or 3 times back to back. Sometimes even trying to help other people when I didn't have it. That's some things that helped mold me. Or even dating like lower than you, that'll set you back. But it's just a few things that kind of like got me to where I'm at today. And I also want to say I didn't get this far in life by myself. I had a few people that helped me along the way, because a lot of people are too prideful to just act like they made it here this far in life by themselves, and I'm not one of those people. I got a few people close to me that genuinely I feel like care about me and help me get here.
So, picking back on off of what I just asked, do you feel like you learned your lesson? Like some people just don't get it. They have repeated cycles, like moving forward into the new year. Do you feel that you learned your lesson? Like, I'm definitely not doing this again. I'm not going through this again. Cutting ties with certain people, certain hobbies. Just really listening to God. Like, I feel like God tells you what exactly to do in life. You just have to be willing to hear him.
Oh yeah. So, okay, I'll say this. When the people who won't start doing better, that's when God started testing you the most. Y'all know that. I feel like, and a lot of people don't understand, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But if you don't never change the things that you do, you're gonna forever be trapped in that circle. So the when it comes to, how can I say this? When it comes to like moving forward in life, it's a lot of things I've learned that I most definitely wouldn't do. The signs be there. We just choose to ignore them along the way. Like, I'm gonna say this so drinking, I used to drink a lot, or here and there, or just drinking because when I get off of work. But as I got older and I started noticing, even if I drank a little bit, I just have a crazy ass headache just for no fucking reason. And I'm like, man, this might be a sign. So this year, one of my goals personally was kind of stop drinking after a certain date that I picked out. So I think a lot of us hear God, but we tend to like want to do our own things. But it also leads to self-destruction if you stay there too long. I hope I answered that. You can say it again. I don't know if I answered the whole thing.
I get, where you was headed with it.
Right.
Maybe as we get deeper into the conversation, you can clarify on certain points.
Okay. Yeah.
So you said that 2025 was, a rough year, as it was. It seemed like for everyone. Mm-hmm. It just feels like, 2025. I've heard majority of people say it was just a weird year. Like the year just didn't, go their way. It didn't go my way. It didn't go your way. So do you feel like you work like well under pressure? Like, are you a person that folds? Like when the load gets too heavy, do you turn the other way, or do you just face it? Like from a man aspect.
From a man aspect and from a me aspect, all I know is pressure. My whole life, from the time I became a teenager, from helping my mom with bills after her divorce, to just trying to figure out what I want to do in my life, to even, to now, with this economy the way it is, and being a man and just trying to figure certain things out. I work well under pressure. That's all I know. Like they say, a coal under pressure, forms a diamond. And I feel like I'm one of those people. Like, I'm just always under pressure, and eventually one day, like, I'm gonna start shining like how I'm supposed to. But this was 2025 was a weird year. 2026 is definitely gonna be better, but pressure to me is like second nature. I'm kind of used to it. Like, even rock bottom and starting over, I'm one of those people. I'm not scared to start over or let something go, or somebody or some things, in order for me to move ahead. So pressure ain't nothing to me.
So, as a husband or a man, just from your perspective, what do you feel like head of household truly is? Like, do you feel like you're a head of your household?
Uh, speaking for me or just men in general? You said speaking for me.
Speaking for yourself.
I feel like it developed into me becoming the head of the house because at first, yeah, you might pay bills and stuff, but you might have other characteristics that don't follow up with being a man. Um, to be honest with you, I don't think a lot of us actually knows the role. Like we hear the role and we think we see a role, but until you're actually put into it, it's totally different. For like from the time we got married, we thinking marriage was one thing. It's like we was ready for the wedding, but when it came to the marriage, it's like, damn, I don't think we was ready for this. But far as me being the head of the household, I think having a wife that understands the order of the house kind of makes it more easier. Like it took time, but at first it kind of was like a, me and you thing. And then, life didn't go the way as we expected it. So sometimes it'll be you and then you was like, hey, you got to shake something. We got to make something work. And then it started to be me. Then I started taking on and doing all this other stuff. And I eventually got molded into my role of head of the house. So now everything's follows suit. So if you don't know the order of the house, it's God, man, wife, children. Or God, husband, wife, children. And if two people can agree to that and actually stick to it, I feel like they can make it in life.
So, I'm not trying to put, people in our business or in your business.
Yeah, that's fine.
But in 2026, where do you truly see yourself being? I know that our plans sometimes don't align with God's plans. Mm-hmm. We pray about certain things, we hope for certain things, but as you know, life just have twists and turns.
Life
unexpected.
is life. Yeah.
Life is really unexpected.
Life is very.
And learning that God just make you laugh sometimes. So I wouldn't say, what are your plans, but let's just get into, especially with the TV show, Life is Life podcast. What are you trying to introduce? What type of guest? Mm-hmm. What type of conversations will be being held? Because this is not a drama-filled podcast. It's real life, trying to bring awareness. So what things are you interested in exposing to social media? Well, that social media needs to hear.
So my whole podcast is based on real life, real people. I'm not a drama-filled person on or off camera. Them days are over with, bro. We getting older. I want to bring to my podcast and to my viewers people that's feeling the economy or people that's going through some things, need help. I want y'all to be able to learn from it. I got guests that have stories even from the two previous guests that I had. I hope you learned something from them too, because I'm planning on to continue to bring on people with stories and or people that do things in the community that can help. This is for the average Joe. I mean, if I somehow get famous and, start getting celebrities, but it is what it is, or Facebook, social media celebrities, it is what it is. But my podcast is basically, I'm here to help. I feel like I got life experiences that I've been through that eventually is going to help someone in the future, man or woman, and the people that I bring on, I want people to learn from that. Now, my personal plans, yes, I have a podcast, but I still work like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And I have another business venture that I'm trying, and I pray God that it aligns with God's plan that that works out, as well. But as far as the podcast, to me, this is therapy that I feel like I can be able to talk to other people and they can talk to me. And, it's a judgment-free zone. So that's really all this is a therapeutic conversation, man. I hope people come. If you just want to come on the show, DM me, hit me up. And when people tune in and watch, just learn and live, and we'll figure this out together.
So you can basically say that you're not trying to push certain narratives. You just want people to share your story. Like you don't have to agree with it.
Right.
You know, you're just letting people come into your podcast and just truly be themselves, and expose their story, tell their story
from their perspective. Right. So I don't have that happened in somebody asked me with my first guest with my cousin, oh, you trying to push the gay agenda? No, you missed the whole point. If you watch the episode and that's all you thought about or paid attention to was the gay and the bisexual, you missed the whole point. The people that I have coming on here, I want you to learn from. You have to look between the lines, and I promise you, it's going to be a message in each episode. Like, you know how some people go to church or they go to seminars or go to college, whatever, business meetings and stuff. I promise you, you're going to learn something from somebody. So I want people to just tune in, weed through whatever you want to weed through, and I'm pretty sure you're going to learn something from it.
And on that note, that's all the questions that I have for you. I can say that I'm always behind the scenes. I'm always behind the camera.
Yeah, hopefully we get you out here one day.
And it's a good show. Like, y'all tune in. Like, don't ignore it. Don't scroll past. Mm-hmm. Big things are coming. Interesting things are coming.
Yeah. I got the guests so far. If the guest lineup that we got coming on, it's going to be good. So like I said, if you're interested in coming on, DM me, shoot me a text if you got my number, and we can work something out, baby. I'm an open book. So 2026, Life is Life TV, baby. Stay tuned.